Hello friends, I am Saurabhi. So today we will learn Linux navigation. So let's start today's course. So by the end of this lecture, you will understand or you can move anywhere in Linux without thinking. You will understand about absolute and relative part. And you can navigate like a DevOps engineer and you can debug the server also. Like you can go to that particular directory or folder and you can debug. So let's go and let's see what are the core navigation commands available. First one is PWD, that is print working directory. So it will help us to show in which location we are currently in. In Windows, basically we can see example if you go to any of this Windows system, let's say this PC and let's say C drive, and let's go to this Nginx. See in the top we can see right in which location we are currently in. But in Linux and mostly in server, we will not have any of this GUI option available. So for that, PWD is the command that will help us to know the exact location. So currently I am in this PC local disk C in this C drive and under this Nginx folder. So this information will be displayed with the help of this PWD option. Let's see. Okay. Now the next command is ls, that is list. It will help us to show all the files and folder in the current directory. And what is this ls minus la? So this la is the option. As in the last class we have seen, right? The options are optional. If we can give it and we can omit it also. So L means it will show in long format. That means all the details like when the files or folders have been created, what is the permission for that files and folders, everything. And A means all files, including hidden. So when you will type ls will only show those files and folders which are not hidden. But with the A tag, it will also display the hidden files and folder. Like if I go to the Windows, here you can see all the files and folder, right? So this is equivalent to ls command. But if you wanted to see anything that is hidden, so how you can view in Windows, you have to go to this view and then you can click on this hidden items, right, to see all the hidden items. But in Linux or in server, you will not have this option to go and click on this manually. So let's start our Linux and that Ubuntu container. It has started. Let's go inside. Let's go executable. First, let me show you the files and folders available. So these are all the files and folders available. Okay, and this is basically the root directory as we have seen in the last class. So this is the root directory. So let's go. Here if you write pwd and press enter, see currently we are in the root directory. That's why it's giving us the slash option. And in the root directory, what are the files and folders available? These are the files and folders available. But one thing, let me tell you, this docker inv, this is a hidden file. Okay. So as per the rule, if I type ls, it will only display the files which are not hidden. See, it's giving bean, boot, everything, but it's not showing this docker env file because that is a hidden one. And also one thing, friends, here you can see it's not showing any other information like when this directory has been created, what is the permission associated with this directory, nothing else. To see everything in long format, like every details of that files and directory, we can use -l option. So basically see it's showing all the directories, boot, dev, var, and along with those the permissions, the user associated with it, and the date when it's created and the size of the directory. So don't worry about the permission, friends. I will show this in the next session or the next class. Now if you write ls -a, see it's now showing the docker env file because now -a tag will show all the hidden files and folders. Along with it, it will also show a dot and double dot. So what does this dot means? This dot means it's referring to this current directory folder, and double dot means it's referring to the previous directory or folder. But in production, you will combine these two commands -la to show all the files and folders along with the hidden files and folders. See, it's showing everything. And let me tell you another thing, friend, how to understand from this which one is files and which one is directory or folder. So see, friend, if anything is denoting with this D means directory, that means it's a folder. Okay, and if there is nothing before it, okay, then that is a file. So see, where is a directory, right? So there is a D, and this Docker init, this is not a directory. See, the D is omitting from here. So as a DevOps insight, we will use this to check the environment files and to check debugging permission issue, to check if any files and folder have that permission or not. Okay, the next command is change directory, that is cd command. It will help us to move to some particular directory. It will have some three variation: cd dot dot, it will go one level up; cd tilted, it will go to the home directory; and cd hyphen, it will go to previous directory. So cd dot dot and cd hyphen is almost like same. Okay, so let's see. Let me clear the screen. Let me see currently where I am. So I am in the root folder. Let me check what are the different files and folder available here. So these are the different folders available. Let's go inside this var folder. So let's do cd var. Now it is inside the var folder. How you can verify it? You can verify it using the pwd option. If you write pwd, see, it's showing currently I am in this var folder. Let's see what are the different directories present under this var folder. So these are the different directories. Let's go inside this log. If you write cd log, it's now inside the log folder. Check again using the pwd command. We are under this var and log folder. So using the cd command, we can navigate to any particular directory or inside it. Now, what is cd dot dot? Cd dot dot means currently I am in the log directory, right? It will go one step back. Okay, so let me show you in a visual way. So let's explain this, or let's understand this. Okay, how this cd dot dot everything will work. Suppose we have one directory. Okay, let's say it's directory. This is the root directory. Under this we have different many folders. Let's say we have this var folder. This is the var folder. Under var folder we have a log folder, right? So let's create another log folder. Okay, under this there could be many files and folders. Okay, and let's create another folder or directory. Let's say it's the home directory. And under it we have some other directories. Okay, we have some other directories. So currently we are under this log folder, right? We are here. So from here I need to go one step back, like from the log folder I wanted to go inside the var folder. So from here I need to go here. So for that we will use dot dot. Dot dot means to go one step back. Again from the var folder I wanted to move to the root folder. So what I can use? Again I will use the same thing. I will use the dot dot. Okay, so dot dot means to go back. So what does this dot dot means? To dot dot means to go back one folder. Okay, and what is this hyphen means, or sorry, or what is the tilted sign means? Tilted sign means from here log folder, which is the home folder, that is the root, right? This is the home or the root directory for everyone. It will directly go under this root. Okay, that is basically the tilted one. So we'll mostly use these two. So let's see this in action. So currently we are in this var and log folder. If I wanted to go back to var folder, what I can do? If you refer this, if I from the log folder, I wanted to go to var folder, we have to use cd dot dot. So we'll use cd space dot dot. Like pwd, see, we rendered the var folder. And from the var again, from the var, we wanted to navigate back to the root folder. What we need to do again? We need to again write cd space dot dot. If we write pwd, see, we're in the root folder. And from this log, if you write cd and tilted sign, it will directly go under the root folder. So I think you understand these things, right? So if you have any problem, comment below. Okay. Now the next topic is absolute versus relative part. So absolute part basically starts from the root. Okay. So basically it will start from the root and we will have to use this slash. And relative part means based from our current location. So what does this mean? Let's go here. So what it means, let's say, let me take this one. Currently I am in this log folder. Okay. So from log folder, I wanted to go inside the home folder. How you can do? So there is two ways. First one is the relative way. What is the relative? So relative to this log position, how you can navigate to the home position. So what is the path? First, you need to go to this var folder. This is the first step. From the var folder, you need to go inside the root folder, right? This is the second step. Then from the root folder, you need to go inside the home folder. This is the third step. So relative to this log path or relative to this log folder, how you can navigate to this home folder, that is the relative part. So how you can go like this? So to go from log to var, what you need to do? You need to use two dot. Again from var to root, you need to go back one folder. What you need to use? You need to use two dot. And then from the root, you need to come to home. You need to use cd slash the directory path. So let's go and see in action. Let's clear. First, let's go inside this log folder, cd var cd log. Let's check. Yes, currently we are inside the log folder. Now how we can go inside the home folder? So first from the log folder, we need to go to the var folder. How you can write cd dot dot. Now it's inside the var folder. Then slash. From the var folder, this means we are currently in the var folder. But from the var folder, I need to go to the root folder. Again, one step back. So I will use again a dot dot. Slash. Now we are in the root folder. Now from the root folder, which folder I need to navigate? Into the home folder. Then I will write home. Press enter and check with pwd. See, we are in the home folder. Okay, so this is the relative way. And so it's a task for you guys to, as a relative part, from home folder, currently we are in the home folder, right? Navigate back to the log folder. Just try this and comment below. Now the absolute part. So currently we are in this position, right? We are in this position. Now from here, I need to go inside the var folder, or let's say inside the log folder using the absolute part. How we can do? So absolute part means it will always start from root, right? As I told, absolute part will always start from root. So we need to give a slash, then the root part, then directly the directory where we need to go. So the root one, we basically denote with slash. You don't need to specify anything. If you write slash, it means root. So from root, we'll go inside var. and from where we will go inside log. So how you can do this? You can write cd slash means the root, from the start from the root, go to the var folder, and under the var folder go to the log folder, enter. If you write pwd, see we are inside the log folder now, but this is using the absolute path command. So I hope you understand these things, guys, right? So if I tell you, so always remember, if it's like cd, you are doing something like slash and the directory name, it means absolute path, because we are starting with the slash. And if we are doing something like this, dot dot slash dot dot like this, it means it's a relative path. Understood, guys? So as a DevOps tips, I will give you, use absolute path whenever you are in script, either in shell scripting or in Docker, and use relative path whenever you are trying to interact with the server. You are directly trying to interact within the server, then you can use the relative path. Let's go into the mini project or mini task. So what are the 3 tasks? First one is to check logs. You need to check logs under the log folder. How you can do this? Okay, so how you can do this? To check something in the log folder. So first you need to go under the var folder, or since first check in which directory you are in. Since you are in the root folder, then you can use var / log. Check with pwd. See, we are inside the var and log folder. Now check config inside etc. So let's see, where is this etc folder available? If you go to these files and see, etc folder is in a different directory. etc is a totally different directory, right? It's under the root folder, but it's outside of this var. So how currently we are in the log folder. How you can do this? Either you can go via the relative path or the absolute path. Let's go via the absolute path. So how you can do this? You can use cd / for absolute, then etc. Check pwd. See, currently we are in the etc folder. Next, return to workspace, that is the home. How you can do this? You can write cd. Now if you write pwd, see we are in the root directory, that is the home directory. So I hope you understood it, guys, right? So what are the common mistakes you need to check? Forgetting a slash in the absolute part. So it's a very wrong mistake, guys. You need to always add a slash. If you are getting lost, not using pwd. If you don't know currently where you are in, always use pwd. It will always help you to know currently in which location you are in. And ignoring the hidden file. That means you are ignoring the A command, A option. So always use minus or -la to see all the files and folders, and also to check any other descriptive, like for example, what is the permissions and in which date, what is the size of the directory. To check everything, always use -la. Now these are some of the interview questions. What is the difference between absolute and relative path? What does pwd do? What does cd do? And why is ls-la preferred over ls? Please answer all these questions under the comment section or in the Discord group. I hope you understood the basic navigation in Linux. In the next class, we will see different file operations. Okay, thank you friends. Happy learning.